Happiness is a human emotion. There are a lot of human emotions. Almost 27 are there now. Still it is going on. Still, scientists are finding more and more. Emotions are vibrations that moves. Happiness is a positive emotion. It exists in our body and brain in the form of neuropeptides. This happiness is a skill and practice. We have outer present happiness, inner present happiness. Outer present happiness has two categories: external happiness, internal happiness. External happiness is derived when we appreciate and celebrate what we have. The internal happiness comes from within by just like unique worth. That means I am uniquely worth in this whole existence. Not only I am uniquely worth, each and every individual in this universe is uniquely worth. Once if you are able to identify your self-worth, like for example, in my case, I wanted to contribute through scientific spirituality and I want to educate on happiness. Of course, I am a doctor. I do have, the competence. I remember one of the incident, like when I was doing my post-graduation in Vanivilas Hospital, emergency ward, like 8:30, 8:45. One patient came and that child is about 7 years. They brought, there was no pulse, no, there is no reaction from the baby. As well as when I examine, the sister told, sir, he is not there. So, still, I just wanted to check as a doctor. I am in charge of that emergency ward in Vanivilas Hospital. That day, night duty. So, I just checked, only 1 or 2 beats were there. So, then I started, doing external compression, ambu bag ventilation. As I took the history, it was a snake bite. So we planned for some anti-snake venoms and steroids. The next day, after our effort, they closed the bedsheet on the child, but the child came out. Those are all a single example which I wanted to bring out that gives an internal happiness, which I cannot forget. In those days I am just a postgraduate. Nobody is there to recognize me. Only myself and sister was there. Sister is somewhere, I don't know. Nobody recognized, nobody knows about it, because plenty of such cases do come and go. And our doctors are doing wonderful work. That gives immense internal happiness, that competence. Of course, we get internal happiness when we start sharing, caring, loving, giving, receiving. We do get internal happiness, relationship. When I see my sister-in-law, I develop a lot of chemistry in the body. Presence of loved ones itself creates a good, chemistry that gives a happiness. Of course, when you are having a freedom, you will have a internal happiness. There is one more happiness which we call it as ever-present happiness, which is blissful in nature, where we are free from suffering and its nature itself is peace, which is neutral in nature, because it's not an emotion, it is just a natural state. It's a virginal, inbuilt natural state. So basically, happiness has outer present happiness in the form of external happiness, internal happiness, the inner present happiness, or ever present happiness. Thank you.
We request you all to join this movement on happiness to overcome the unhappiness pandemic and crisis. Let us learn, educate, promote, create, practice, share, and subscribe happiness. The vision of happiness awareness education is to create one happiness coach for every home to overcome the unhappiness pandemic and crisis.